make you think that I should calm down, and that I'm overthinking everything about you, and that we're good the way we are.
Hi, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. This is Cindy's Little House, and I'm Cindy. And today, one of the things I'm going to start with, not sure what all I'm going to get done today, is my laundry room. It is a hot mess, mainly because I took down my summer decor and now I have to take it out to the shed. And then also I have some candles that need to be put back in the candle cabinet, and the candle cabinet is a mess. So, let's just get started on these things.
Those you called according to your purpose, for the good of those you called according to your plan. Well, you are working for the good. Yeah, you are working for the good. In all things, in all things, in all things, you're working it out, working it out. In all things, all things, in all things, you're working it out, working it out for the good. Those you called according to your purpose, for the good.
So I'm starting with these candles, and I'm getting out. This is where I keep my candles, in this cabinet. And I'm going to get out all the ones that I know that I am not keeping. And it was just a few that I had used in weddings. Not necessarily my son's wedding, but some other weddings I did. And they were real candles. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw those out. And then I had some other candles that needed to be decluttered too. And then I had some long candles that just needed a place so that it would, be all organized up here. I was just trying to organize it and make room for my candles that I had like for summer that I'm going to put up here to store. I can't store these kind of things out in the shed, and you can imagine why. Because it's really hot, and if you put them in the shed, they're going to melt. And I'm not guaranteeing that sometimes they won't even get a little warm in here, but not like if they were out there. I learned my lesson. I one year put some candles out there. I don't know. I just threw them in there. It was like after Christmas or something, kind of forgot. And, of course they melted, and it did ruin some things. So anyway, I don't store candles outside anymore because that's not very smart. So anyway, I'm getting it all organized and getting it all back up here, all the ones from summer, and it's starting to look a lot better.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I will get up again. I will get up again.
So my laundry room always ends up being a catch-all, and we just finished a big project in the kitchen on the kitchen cabinets. That was my last video if you want to go back and see what we did with the cabinets. But anyway, so we've been leaving, odds and ends when we were working on the project in here that need to go in the shed because that's where the tools are. So I'm going to grab some of these things and take them out to the shed. And then I also need to fill up my Gain detergent, and I was going to do that in my dispenser and just get this countertop cleaned off because I have this large countertop in here in the laundry room, and right now it's looking like a really bad mess.
Stronger than I ever been. Every guy I've met, we fell in love at a bad time. Getting insecure, questioning myself on the way down. Now I'm so tired of breathing underwater. I just wanna float like a ship made out of paper. Right now I need to take care of myself, comfort in myself, like a roller coaster. One week I am up, next one I'll be down. But I'm getting closer to a stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. One stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. Grandpa used to ask why I'm single with such a pretty face. Where is your man? You should go out and chase him. Now I'm so tired of breathing underwater. I just wanna float like a ship made out of paper. So now I'm about to take care of myself, comfort in myself, like a roller coaster. One week I am up, next one I'll be down. But I'm getting closer to a stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. One stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. I don't need anyone else. I just wanna be for myself a while, nobody else. I just need myself, take care of myself, comfort in myself, like a roller coaster. One week I am up, next one I'll be down. But I'm getting closer to a stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. One stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster.
So if you remember a few videos ago, if you watched it when I was decluttering this, I call it my coffee bar cabinet, I was going to do something with this cabinet part, and I wanted to get it organized because it was the only part of the cabinet to me that just, it looked like I just threw stuff back up there. I didn't, but that's what it looked like. So when I went to Walmart and other places, but this is where I found it was Walmart, I was looking at their organization. I wanted the little canisters to be airtight and all that. So I ended up finding some at a good price in Walmart that were I think they're by that company, the Edit company, or I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, they're these clear canisters, and I already had this clear glass one, and I'm just going to put my pods in there and the cold brew, my husband's cold brew. I was going to throw it in there, and so that'll be fine in there. And then the other little containers, the clear containers, I'm going to put the rest of the stuff in. So, okay, it'll be a little bit more Pinterest worthy rather than just clumped up there like it was, because that was really getting on my nerves. So this is just me filling everything up and putting the tops back on there, and then I'm going to try to organize it in the cabinet a little bit as I go, and we'll see how it goes.
If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? This moment, can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? I don't know what I should do, and I wish you would be right here with me. My mind is filled with pictures of when we used to dance, but now I don't know where you are. I missed you so bad, won't you come back to me? I've got you.
So now I'm in my son's room, and I need to dust in here, and I had already changed the sheets on his bed and stuff like that, and another day, I think it was the day before this, but I have not dusted in his room in a while, and he could do it himself, but if I get in here and do it, I can get in here and do it a lot quicker, and I can videotape it for y'all. So I just told him, let me just get in your room and do it real quick. And, I was going to vacuum and mop and dust and everything. He has a lot of stuff to dust because he has a huge desk. And then he has a shelf that I decided I was going to dust it too. And then he has this little black dresser thing over here. So he's got a few things that have to be dusted. Now, if you've seen the video of me refreshing his bedroom, you know that I tore it completely apart to clean it and get everything out from under the bed and all these things, because eventually he's going to get a new bed. We are not happy with that bed. Before, my kids had the cutest furniture, but it was for that age, and he wanted something more grown up, and I don't blame him, but I still want to get him a new bed because I'm not real happy with the one that he has. And the one that we want to get kind of looks like a couch, anyway. It will be very grown up and something he could take to an apartment if he wanted to, or something like that. And I also have a few pictures that I want to add in here on his teal wall. and maybe just a few more things for organization and stuff. But anyway, I was just going to get in here this day and just get the dust out of there and vacuum and mop.
Thinking of you, wondering if you're thinking about me too. Now it's too late. Now it's too late. I'm out of time, but I'm still thinking of you.
Hey, bro, don't you look at that? I said, my friend, what you looking at? I think she is something for me. Excuse me, miss, it's my first time here. Maybe you can show me out of here. I think she got something indeed. So please forgive my rudeness if I'm tripping over your time. But you look so amazing. And we can be so much more than who we are. So much more than who we are. We can. Knee deep in while the world just falls apart. At the rise above it all. And we can. Got me saying, hey, girl, will you marry me? 2 kids in a house and live happily. I think we are so meant to be. But she says, wait, you forgot something. Every good thing comes to an end. At least it always happened to me. I'm telling you this now. You don't need to worry, 'cause I got this all down. And we get on together. And we can be so much more than who we are. So much more than who we are. We can. Knee deep in while the world just falls apart. At the rise above it all. And we can. Whoa, 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 my mind. So please forgive my rudeness if I'm tripping over your time. But you look so amazing.
I decided since I was in here dusting, I'm going to go ahead and dust this shelf. This shelf has a lot of things, memorabilia, things he just really likes, this, like his special things up here. And my husband and I made this shelf for him, but you have to take all these little tiny things off to dust here. So this took me a good while, and yeah, but I was glad I did it because I just could see the difference, after I got finished. But yeah, it was a lot, but I'm glad I did it for him. Nobody needs to have all this dust around.
And on the ocean floor, down deep we wonder. Louder we sing, no, there is no cure in this together. I don't wanna tell you that it's not real. Nothing is a fairy tale. Everything about you is so unreal. It won't be pretty when it ends. Now how could I leave with your sweet love on me? Yeah. Something about you always makes it harder. When you got my lipstick on your white shirt collar. On the carnival till the rest go home. Now I only see you. Hearts and letters carved into the shore. We'll never grow old. I don't wanna tell you that it's not real. Nothing is a fairy tale. But everything about you is so unreal. It won't be pretty when it ends. Now how could I leave with your sweet love on me? Yeah.
So now I'm going to be cleaning his desk. I'm taking piece by piece off because I don't want to mess up any of his stuff that's on here. Because he, it's all in order and it's a certain thing. And this is like his office. It's not really even his bedroom. This is more like his office right here where all of his stuff is. And I don't want to mess that up. So anyway, I'm going to be very careful when I clean over here. But I can already tell that it's looking a lot better in here. And the air is just so much cleaner in this room after I get done. I don't know if you noticed, but his bicycle is in the middle of the room. We decided to bring it in here, and we may end up putting it back in, not my husband's office, but maybe even my room, because it's a little bit cooler in my room. So if you're on the bike and you get hot, you won't get as hot in there as you would in here in his room. But I wanted him to be able to, like, look at the computer, look at the TV, whatever, while he was doing his workout. So that's why we moved it in here.
I saw the city passing by my window. Was in the crowd, but I felt so alone. Looked at my phone like every other second. My future was blurry and numb. A tunnel where there's no light. Oh, but then you came and sat right next to me. Your eyes, they glowed and filled me up. We had never met before that time, but I just knew that we'd end up. You took it, took away my loneliness. Oh, I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together is always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted. We jumped off the subway leading nowhere. Your warm hands rubbed off the cold around me. I heard you say that everything is alright, but how did you know how I felt? You saw right.
So every time I clean the desk, I notice I need to, some of the paint is kind of chipping off. But what I would like to do with the top of his desk, my dad made this desk. So when you make something and you're used to your kids moving, you get really smart. So he made it where you could take it apart. So the top can be taken off of the two bottom drawers, and the bottom drawers are separate. So it's really 3 pieces. So anyway, you can just take the top off and redo the top without having to redo the entire, thing, or taking the entire thing outside, just the top. So that makes it easier for me, but the hard part is this is where his work is. I guess he needs to take a vacation for a while so that I can get his desk redone. But this time when I do it, I'm not going to paint the top. I'm going to take all of the paint and stain off. I don't think there's much stain on there. And just sand it down really good and try to do the natural wood. Not completely like a blonde color, but more, I don't know what color that is. Anyway, so there's another project, but it's something I've been wanting to do for a while. But it's a big thing because this top of his desk is very large.
Thinking about the way that you know me. No one ever a bright star in the dark space. Babe, it never worked out with the others. All we ever did was fight, and at one point I would never thought that I would meet someone like you. This time it's all different. You got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like my, my, my. You got me like my, my, my. You got me like there's no other than you now, babe. Nah, 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 'cause you got me like my, my, my. Like oh my God, don't let anyone hold you down just because you are shining way more than the other could. Oh, oh. And the best part is that you're still so humble about it. 'Cause you know it's important. This time it's all different. You got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like my, my, my. You got me like my, my, my. You got me like there's no other than you now, babe. Nah, 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 'cause you got me like my, my, my. Like oh my God, this time it's all different. You got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like my, my, my. You got me like my, my, my. You got me like there's no other than you now, babe. Nah, 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 'cause you got me like my, my, my. Like oh my God, my, my, my. You got me like my, my, my. You got me like there's no other than you now, baby. Nah, 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 'cause you got me like my, my, my.
Thank you for coming to my channel today. I'm glad that I got a few tasks done in my house, some that I've just been thinking about doing for a while, and some when I could just get it done. So if you like these kind of videos, like, subscribe, and come back and see what's going on at Cindy's Little House. Thank you again.